That night time, daytime she don't see me. Acting like a pocket her with big. Put with a Biggie Mouse clip. This ain't good. Spin up in a face shot. Still I didn't. Put a big dog food on you, can you flip it? Sitting in like Paul Wall, I might just put a grill in it. Oil get your paw chili with the chicken. You know me, pull a fruit on move, take white Scotty Pippen. It's got full of already, I can beat with cricket. I done got 10 for it back in the city. Get a doggy in a 360 deal, pull a gimme. What's that flow, then you cut, my ain't business. I'm a sports team, right there, pull the killers. I spent the band on drink before I ate, I need to act with my body like a drug store, I need a cash rush. Damn, I'm feeling busy. Pulling on my bell buckle. You need help with something. Pump the gas or something. Order to take ones on that bump, put the fatty on it. Touching spaghetti on it. I keep my double cuss so I won't go to hell alone. This is not a fire drill. I got fire on me. Let's just walk in, that's my twin, but let's see how it goes. Talking about killing on me, man, he gonna tackle on me. I'm leave this hoodie 1500 without no logo on it. No roof in the spaghetti on me. Same gang on me. I ain't never had before, dog, so bro, I'm praying for me. See everything waiting for me. I can choose a baby on me. When I hit the bank, they know me. I feel like they favorite color. This is not a fire drill. You better know that. Yeah, it's not a fire drill. This is a real thing. Gang, yeah. No one pop, and we drink like it's normal. But I seen it with her man play the chorus. Another minute, you are people. An important person. My jeans, baby, zebra stripes, tigers and some horse skins. I don't got no bar, but they say I'm a dub. Paid it for like Harlem drive.
It's a prime time matchup on deck here in Warren, Michigan, on the campus of Macomb Community College. It's the number 4 team in Division II junior college basketball in the country. The Macomb Community College Monarchs here at home, taking on their conference rival, the Henry Ford College Hawks, the number 14th team in the country, alongside my good buddy and partner Alex Johnson. I'm Tom Cavanaugh. We're set to go here. 2 of the top 15 teams in the country taking place on display in Warren. We have a packed crowd in the house tonight. It's going to be standing room only tonight, Alex. You got 2 teams at the top of the division right now that are trying to pick up an early, pivotal conference win in the MCCAA East.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this, Tom. The last few weeks, looking at the start of the season, when the preseason polls were coming out, Henry Ford right up in the top 25. Macomb was sitting up in the top 5. But both these teams have had tremendous seasons so far. Macomb coming in 14-1, just impressive, coming off a huge 17-point win to start off conference play against Schoolcraft. Henry Ford picking up a 10-point win against Wayne County on Saturday night as well. And this is going to be a highly contested game. Going to come down to the finish. Both teams scoring over 90 points a game. They have a lot of offensive power, a lot of weapons they can bring to the table. It's going to be tremendous here tonight.
Now we'll get into those team stats in just a minute. Kind of want to just talk about both these teams and how they got to this point. That single loss from Macomb to Mid-Michigan, not in the same conference, but in the MCCAA. And ever since, Macomb has been fabulous since losing that game and getting upset here in their home opener.
Yeah, they've been really strong ever since that game. Started out with a huge win against Hocking College, winning by 35, crushing Owens and Fanshawe. They're picking up 2 teams that were in the top 25, South Suburban and Kalamazoo Valley, playing them close up at SC4. They're picking up 2 great wins last week by double digits against Edison State and Schoolcraft.
Yep.
And now you get into the heart of conference play, where you're going to play 4 straight teams, either ranked or receiving votes, beginning tonight, and then you'll play Mott, SC4, and OCC throughout the next week and a half. So this gauntlet of a conference, it's been really tight. It's highly contested and really great as advertised. And these fans are in for a great treat tonight. Seems some great college basketball here.
Tons of talented players on both sides. We'll get into a couple of guys individually in a minute. But for this Henry Ford team, they lost to Davidson-Davie Community College back on January 3rd, and they popped off with a couple of wins lately. They're winners of 2 in a row, taking down Marion University and Scylla by nearly 40 points, and then disposing of Wayne County Community College by 10. That was last Saturday when you and I were calling the Schoolcraft ball game. So Henry Ford, they're back on track after losing that game by 4 to Davidson-Davie, but they got some hoopers on this team. They got 4 guys that are averaging 10 or more.
Yeah, it shows how great this team really is, how deep it really is. Having guys that can score in a bunch of ways. And when you can rely on 6, 7 guys to get you double-digit points, it could be causing some trouble on the opposing side. And I think what Coach Chris Shepard, he's in his 8th season at Henry Ford, has done a great job building this program. They've always been one of the top teams in the country for a reason in the MCCAA East. And they're going to bring in the testament here, coming over from Dearborn up to Warren to try to take one here from Macomb and pull the upset. But the Monarchs look at to continue where they have played for the last month and a half.
Interesting piece to our ball game today is we're going to get into some of these stars for Macomb. First off, they didn't practice yesterday. There was an illness bug going around this squad here. A lot of these guys just, you know, I can't speculate on what the actual illness was specifically, but, I mean, these are some guys that did not practice yesterday. They're still kind of trying to recover. May not be 100%. I want to see how they are able to kind of respond. You look at Josh Hines. He's leading the team at 28.2 points per game. That is 3rd best in the entire MCCAA. Demarion Fishburne leads the team with nearly 8 rebounds per game, and Jalen Jenkins, he's averaging almost 4 assists per game. Those are the 3 guys that are going to be your biggest impact players for the Monarchs tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to be able to keep them out of foul trouble early on. You want to be able to play the full 40 minutes and then play at the levels they have played all season long. But, you know, this is a time of year where it gets cold outside. It was in the teens over the last couple days, cold and flu season going around. We want everyone to be healthy and strong here in this crucial stretch here of the season.
Let's get it going. Moments away from a top 15 team matchup here in Division II junior college basketball in Warren, Michigan. The Henry Ford College Hawks coming in at 11-3, 14th in the country, coming over to play the number 4 team, 14-1 Macomb Monarchs. We'll turn it over now to the public address for our intros.
And your Macomb Monarchs. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the Henry Ford College Hawks, a 6'6" freshman, 0, Calvin Marshall. A 6'4" sophomore, number 1, Omar Ziegler. A 6'3" sophomore, number 2, Amari Allen. A 6'1" freshman, number 3, Shamarion Hardy. And a 6'5" sophomore, number 8, Gerald Dutton III. The Henry Ford assistant coaches are Kurt Bradley, James Payne, and Rod Watts. The Hawks head coach in his 8th season is Chris Shepard. And now starting for your Macomb Monarchs, a 6'2" freshman from Belleville, Michigan, number 1, Jalen Jenkins. A 6'5" sophomore from Detroit, 0, Demarion Fishburne. A 6'7" sophomore from Oak Park, number 3, Joseph Nowicki. A 6'2" sophomore from Macomb, number 5, Josh Hines. And a 6'7" sophomore from Benton Harbor, Michigan, number 12, Marlon Williams. The Macomb Community College assistant coaches are Craig Ford and Christopher Wooters. The Monarchs head coach is Christopher Burns.
All set for action, Alex. Let's do it, buddy. You got 2 great teams in the state of Michigan in all of junior college basketball at the Division II level going at it today. As you heard, our starters for today for Macomb are going to be Demarion Fishburne, Jotham Nowicki, Jalen Jenkins, Josh Hines, and Marlon Williams. On the opposite side for Henry Ford, you got Calvin Marshall, Omar Ziegler, looking at Amari Allen, also Gerald Dotton III, he's a transfer player, and number 3, Shamarion Hardy. Let's do this.
I'm looking forward to this. Let's get ready for these 40 minutes.
Tip is won by Macomb. It's Nowicki who gives it off to Jenkins. Jenkins, as we mentioned, 61 assists to lead the team, averaging almost 4 a game. Great defense right there from Calvin Marshall, who takes it away immediately. All the way to the rim. With the left hand, it's blocked, and the follow-up is good. How about Shamarion Hardy for the first 2 points?
Yeah, you can't force that kind of pass. Is able to read that one perfectly. Was Marshall able to get that hoop.
It's the Monarch team that turns the ball over 13 times per game. That's 7th best in the MCCAA across all divisions. Nowicki in the corner. Going to drive baseline. Now he goes to the rim. Off the glass, no good. Josh Hines, and 1. To get the scoring started, the leader for the Monarchs.
Just incredible work. Hines, we've seen that all season long. Fighting for those rebounds, even though he's listed as just 6'2", going over everybody on Henry Ford, who's over 6'5" at least, to get the board and get the bump and the foul and the hoop.
Hines in his third collegiate season. He's a redshirt sophomore out of Macomb, Michigan, playing in his backyard. Played at Dakota High School. Knocks down the free throw as Hines, an 84% free throw shooter. He's going to get that every time. 3-2 Macomb early on, not even a minute into our contest.
Yeah, we talked a lot about his offensive side for Hines, but crashing the boards and able to make plays like that can go a long way.
You're right. He averages just over 6 boards per game. Not something you see from a 6'2 guard, as that ball's poked out of play off the missed shot. Back to the Monarchs with Jenkins and Hines running the point.
You want to be able to get off to a fast start here if you're the Monarchs. Get yourself some separation. Go up by 3-4 possessions. In the first 6-7 minutes of the ball game. Just be comfortable here. I know Henry Ford's a tall task, but that's what you expect.
Marion Fishburne a little bit short on the three-pointer. Nowicki gets a finger on it to keep it over. Hines, mid-range jumper, a little bit short. And there's Nowicki. Cannot quite corral the offensive board, and it's back with the Hawks.
Hey, I like the aggressiveness. Nowicki just tipping it off. Unable to get his shot off that time.
Tough shot taken there from Allen. Taken away by Jenkins, but right back to Allen. Two-hand jam from Calvin Marshall. 13.8 points per game for Calvin. The freshman out of Detroit went to Western.
Yeah, just an exclamation point there on that steal and the jam by Marshall.
There's already some talking down low between Calvin Marshall and Marlon Williams in the paint. This is a testy rivalry as there's another turnover. It's Hardy to the rim with the left hand. He gets it. 6-3. Hawks early on applying the pressure and turning over the Monarchs a lot early in this one.
Yeah, just reading them like a book. Just taking it to the cup and not really getting back defensively. Are the Monarchs got to be able to get back in transition.
These two teams played twice last year, as they do every year in conference. Macomb won both battles, won by 12, nearly a year to the day, January 17th of last year, when Henry Ford was the 14th best team in the country. And then they took them down when Henry Ford was unranked in February, beat it by 24.
Yeah, different story here from this season on from last year.
Henry Ford last year, they went to the District B championship. Unable to pull it out. Macomb did win their District C, or District A, I'm sorry.
Already 3 turnovers committed by Macomb early on.
Allen, he's pushed out of the paint there. It's Omar Ziegler on the far wing. Foul called as he fades away on a bucket. No good on the shot, but he's going to go to the line for 2.
And they're going to get that one on Marlon Williams.
Underneath the basket, I'm sorry. Common foul on the floor. Hawks coached by Chris Shepard in his 8th season, assisted by Kirk Bradley and Rod Watts. Corner 3 ball, no good from Marshall. Offensive rebound comes out to Allen. He'll work on Nowicki.
Got to be able to get there, have the awareness of going up for the boards. Can't allow these extra possessions for the Hawks.
Karan Williams, he checked into the game along with Lawan Holloway and Davion Giddy. There's Giddy guarding the 3 ball. Popped out. 3 ball, no good from Gerald Dotton III. Dotton, the transfer from Richard Bland College. This ball swung around to the corner. Nowicki's 3, a bit short. Allen picks up another rebound.
Just didn't get enough on it. It was a good look by Nowicki. He likes taking those. He shoots 46% from downtown.
Nice trap up front by Williams and Holloway. Marshall, as we said, the team leader in points at 13.8 per game. He'll take a 3 ball. No good. No foul call as he hits the deck. Now it's Williams in transition.
Yeah, those are back-to-back contested shots by Marshall. Should have passed it off or gotten something closer.
Here's Lawan working on a man with the right hand is good. Nice bucket from Lawan to go all the way himself.
Yeah, just using his size at 6'7" and 230 to just muscle his way through to the hoop. Those are the kind of plays we like to see from him. A guy off the bench who can generate some points. Averages about 5 per game.
There's Dotton looking for the step back. He'll give it off to Marshall. Now it's to Shamarion Hardy. Working a screen here is Ziegler along with Marshall. Now Ziegler to the rim is stripped, but a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, with 4 on the clock. Cannot afford to do that. As Giddy will pick it up, and she's going to reset the clock to 20. And you got Henry Ford there on a pickle, just running out of time to put a shot off.
Hardy will take it out underneath the basket. The freshman out of Cleveland, Ohio. There's some non-Michiganders on this Henry Ford squad as Marshall misses the 3-ball again. He comes up empty 2 times in a row from downtown. And Marlon Williams is pickpocketed. Amari Allen fumbles with the ball. The cutter inside. Easy deuce for Gerald Doughton.
Gerald Doughton.
Turnovers plaguing these Bruins early on in this one. Here's Karan to bring it up the floor.
8 points off turnovers already for Henry Ford.
It's 8-5 Henry Ford early. And Nowicki has it taken away. Allen with the right hand. He's rejected. Marlin gives him one back. And now Hardy for 3. Can't get it to go, and the rebound finally comes out to Macomb. Calvin Marshall called for the foul in transition.
I do like Marlin getting back there and swatting that one away, trying to create some momentum for Macomb.
Now in for the Monarchs, number 2, Delarian Fishburne.
They got to be able to take care of the basketball. Already 5 turnovers committed. None so far for the Hawks.
Macomb's a very stout defensive team, strong, and able to force a lot of turnovers. Also, both teams 0 for from downtown. 0 for 5 for Henry Ford, 0 for 3 for the Monarchs. Henry Ford ranks 15th in the MCCAA at 33% from downtown. Macomb a lot different. They're 3rd best at 37. And there's another missed triple off the front iron. Rebound from Holloway on the offensive end, and he gives it right away. Ziegler, the up pass to Marshall. In transition. Can't get the basket, but the foul. That's on Karan Williams.
Yeah, he was trying to be aggressive getting back, trying to swat that one away, but got him there with a hold. And that's going to put him at the line. Marshall. Marshall at 6'6". You have Karan at 6'3", trying to climb his way up to make the rejection. Just couldn't do it cleanly.
Marshall a 50% field goal shooter. I know he's at the line, but got a pretty sweet stroke, 36 from beyond the arc, even though Marshall right now 0 for from deep, 0 for 2.
Averages nearly 15 points a game, and that's something that Henry Ford has. They don't have a guy that is like Josh Hines who can score about 23, 24 points per game. They have multiple options to choose from, and that's going to put the Monarchs on their heels if multiple guys are scoring 15-plus points.
10-5 lead early on here for Henry Ford in a top 15 matchup in Division II junior college basketball. Here's Giddy on the wing, trying to find somebody. He's got Hines. Hines pump fakes, and Shamarion Hardy called for the foul as he went jumping.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to get on Hines like that, but
you got to close out instead of jump when a guy goes to pump fake a shot. Well done from Hines to draw the foul. There goes Josh to the middle. He's going to kick it out. Karan on the pump fake, mid-range, just a bit short. Good defensive rebound from Henry Ford. They're not allowing many offensive second tries.
Yeah, just clamping the paint.
There's Hardy on the mid-range, way too short. Somehow kept in bounds by Allen. Hardy a second chance. Now Ziegler from the other zip code pops out, and Fishburne is finally fouled as Shamarion Hardy's got words for Fishburne.
Yeah, these rivalry games get intense.
You know it's going to get testy here. I mean, the intensity is high. There's a huge crowd at this ball game, and this game means a ton, a ton.
Absolutely, especially early on here in conference play, game 2 of MCCAA East play. I want to have momentum on your side and able to take advantage of this 2-game series you're going to play throughout the course of the season.
Hines rattles around the 3, no good, but how about JJ on the backside? Offensive rebound and putback for Jalen Jenkins. Give him 2.
Yeah, those are the plays we always see from Jenkins. Able to go up there, crashing the boards, getting down on the floor. Very scrappy player. I've said that a lot throughout the course of the season.
Yeah, he deserves every minute he plays because it's just such tough, gritty minutes, and he does everything to help his team win. Here's Hardy in the paint. He's going to have to look for a kick out. He finds the cutter Marshall, who's fouled, and Giddy now getting into it with Marshall underneath the basket, and that's going to be a technical foul on Calvin Marshall. He was the last one to speak. I think that's on number 0 in blue. We will see. No, it's on Giddy on the push. Oh, I'm sorry. We're breaking down the foul right now. So it's the technical foul on Marshall, but it's the common shooting foul on Giddy.
Yeah, so just sorting things out here.
Originally, our official came over and said that both fouls were on Giddy, and I turned a furrowed brow because I definitely thought that the last words came from Marshall underneath the basket in Giddy's face.
Second personal.
Davion, a redshirt freshman out of the Bronx, New York, went to LA Premier Prep. One of the premier players on this Macomb team as he went off for 20-plus in his first game. He's only played in 6 contests here for Macomb as he was a late addition, along with Lawan Holloway as well.
Yeah, he had this great game, scoring 24 in his debut against Owens. I think he's kind of cool off from the scoring end, but it's been a presence down low.
Hines connects on the first free throw. 10-8. Early lead for Henry Ford in this marquee matchup, to say the very least. He hits both now, and Macomb will get the ball back. Or I'm sorry. Marshall's going to go to the line for 2 on the Davion Giddy foul.
And it looked like there was an extra shove.
That's going to be something we're going to deal with all day long here, Alex.
Yeah, you don't want things to get out of hand, and if Marshall already won technical foul.
I see a lot of talking and not as much playing here from Henry Ford. You got Shamarion Hardy barking at the bench. You got Marshall, who's talking with both referee and opposing player. And now Marshall steps off the line one more time. We have a shooter at the free throw line that has now walked back to the bench to go wipe off his fingertips.
Yeah, you just can't delay the game like this.
And Coach Craig Ford as well on the bench. He's the one being talked to by Hardy. It's just going to make it that much sweeter. That's a missed front end right there, as a huge crowd reception is had on Calvin Marshall's missed free throw.
Johnny Washington.
He'll split the pair. And we got a timeout on the floor. Macomb with a little extra energy here, Alex. A technical foul. They get 2 back. And Marshall still barking on that other end. We just saw in the first 6.5 minutes of this ball game what we're going to be ready for the rest of this game. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible to watch. You know, both teams really going at it with each other. You want to be able to lower down the chippiness here, you know, throughout the early part of this game, and want to be able to keep things in control.
I like it. I think the competitive fire it definitely helps, and it's motivating this Macomb team a little bit. But I agree with you in the fact that you can't let it spill over into technical fouls, into dumb decisions and bad plays that help the opposing team get an edge. You see also assistant coach Christopher Wooders over there tapping the side of his temple, letting him know, hey, we got to be smart, have to be intelligent out here when you have a team that's trying to get under your skin.
Absolutely. You want to be able to just play your own game and not let anything distract you. Whether just words coming over or just having side talk coming after you or just some chippiness.
Giddy on the wing, being guarded up right there by Dott in the third. Jenkins calling for the screen. Perimeter offense right now for Macomb trying to penetrate. There goes Jenkins. Kick out 3-ball to Fishburne. That's no good. He'll get his own rebound though. In on the baseline, Fishburne underneath, off the glass and good. Tie game, 11 apiece.
Demarion did just the right thing there, just got his own rebound off the missed shot, just spinned around Thor to give himself a better shot down low, able to get that one to go to tie the ball game.
Give him a big congratulations as well, as Fishburne was He just announced that he was given an offer by Claflin University. That's a Division II school out in South Carolina. So that's now Jotham Nowicki, who gets the nod from Central Michigan. And then you got Claflin, a D2 school, very good D2, looking at Fishburne as well. So there's a lot of high-level talent here on this Macomb team. We already knew that, but now other teams are starting to take note, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. Having a guy like Demarion coming in at 6'5" as a guard can do it all for you. Being aggressive there, right on the boards, does really well on both sides of the ball, can shoot the ball at a high rate. Going to be an excellent piece coming into next season.
12:20 to go in the first half. It's 11 apiece. Both teams struggling to shoot the ball well. Ziegler to the rim. Piece of it was tapped by Fishburne. They get their own rebound. It's now Amari Allen who will launch a three ball. No good again. Lid is on the rim from downtown for both sides. Fishburne in transition. Gets it to Jenkins. He'll kick it out. Hines, his three ball. Good. Hines will take the lid off the three ball. And it's a 14-11 lead for MCC early in this one, and the crowd starting to get into it.
Yeah, just working the ball around, getting it up to Hines, able to bury that one from deep.
Trying to respond. Doughton misses. Rebound for Marlon Williams. Hines in transition, looking up the floor, trying to find somebody. Jenkins being guarded now by Donald Wilburn, who just came in the ball game. Wilburn, a 51% field goal shooter, leads the team. Fishburne, short corner shot from the wing. He's short, and the rebound torn away by Allen.
Yeah, just stripped that one from Marlon.
Ziegler on the Euro step, perfect. Gets that to go for two, 14-13.
Yeah, just set that one up perfectly past Williams again.
Ziegler, the sophomore at 6'4", out of Detroit, went to King. Hines still with it as Allen got a finger. Josh will launch another one. It's good. Number 5's heating up. 17-13, Macomb.
Yeah, Henry Ford can't allow him to do that.
Ziegler head down to the rim. A foul's called. They're going to call it on the floor.
Yeah, no continuation here. Just it was on the floor before the shot went up.
I know it's tough to see on your screen there, ladies and gentlemen, but this house is packed. Standing room only on both sides. They had to pull out extra lawn chairs on both sides of the seating here to fit everybody in.
Yeah, just incredible to watch. To have a packed house here.
Ziegler on the wing. Makes a move by Lawan Holloway. It's tipped and stripped, but stays with the Hawks out of play, going back to blue.
Yeah, I like what Lawan did there. Got it contested there. Strip it away from Ziegler, even though he couldn't get the turnover, but.
Nearly halfway through our first half. Doughton, he's going to try to go to the rim, and another whistle. Calling that on Marlon. A lot of fouls early on already for both sides. 6 on Macomb, 5 on Henry Ford. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's 2 on Marlon, so you got to be mindful of that. And these whistles are going up here early on.
He'll join Davion Giddy with multiple fouls. The only other 2 that have committed them are Lawan Holloway and Karan Williams. Three-pointer off the back iron, no good. Here's a transition look. Hines up with the right hand, and he's blocked by Ziegler. But a foul is called. Omar doesn't like it, but Hines is going back to the line for 2 more.
Yeah, he thought he had all ball on that one. You liked him going up there and just swatting that one away, getting back in transition. That's what Henry Ford's going to do. It's not going to be easy, especially Ziegler at 6'4". You got other guys in there at 6'5", 6'6".
Hines 3 of 3 from the line. Finished on an and one to start his day. Hit a couple of technical free throws, and his first 2 from a regular shooting foul. He'll hit another one. 18-13 MCC on top. They trailed early in this one, 9-5, 10-5 actually. They pulled out a little bit of a scoring run here to take a 6-point lead.
Yeah, and Hines already has 13.
What do you know? He's 3rd in the entire MCCAA in points per game, and also 3rd in total points with just over 350 on the season. Allen being guarded by Hines in the wing. Here's a screen from Wilburn. They'll roll it to him. Donald Wilburn with the right hand is good.
Yeah, he was just, they weren't paying attention to him, and Wilburn was able to cut baseline and able to take it to the hoop.
Hines will direct traffic at the top. He's working with Juan Holloway, who's got it. Now Malachi Irving, who just checked in the ball game, made a man miss. Holloway's 3-ball off the back. No good, but an offensive board. Marlin turns it over. Ziegler working on Fishburne. And DeMarion avoids the foul, but gives up the bucket. 19-17. Henry Ford with a little run of their own.
Yeah, just trying to keep it into the ball game. Already 7 turnovers coming in by Macomb. Can't allow those plays like that. There was just some miscommunication right over there from Irvin and Holloway.
Hines misses the 3 from the top. It'll be Wilburn in transition as Karan Williams heads to the scores table. Irving grabs the rebound in transition now. Williams, baseline, left hand is good. 4-point advantage once again for MCC. That was a nice take right there from Marlin.
And you got to be able to do that. You got to be able to be strong with it and take it to the hoop yourself. And that's exactly what Marlon Williams did.
There goes Ziegler again. He is a force to be reckoned with on the way to the rim. Another layup for him.
Yeah, he's just bulldozing his way through the paint. No one has really had an answer for him so far.
Elijah Roberts has checked in for Henry Ford. He's on the ball. Now Holloway nearly has it taken away, but a whistle. And that's going to be the 7th foul on Henry Ford. It's going to be Holloway at the line for a 1-and-1.
His first, team 7.
Yeah, Holloway has been, like I mentioned, a key piece off the bench. 5 points and 7 rebounds per game. The man out of Oak Park High School. Brings more size in, albeit coming off the bench.
Hasn't taken many free throw attempts this year, just 9 coming into today. He's 6 for 10 now in his MCC career. I think it's 6 for 11 on the miss there. Roberts grabs the rebound. He's going to control tempo. Elijah Roberts, the sophomore out of Katy, Texas. We said there's some non-Michiganders on this Henry Ford team. Nowicki's back in guarding Ziegler. It's going to be a kick out after the miss. Wilburn, as we said, over 50% shooting the basketball on the year. Going to the rim. Has to stop. Kick it out. Roberts, his 3. It's too strong. Under 8 to play. It's a 3-point lead for Macomb as Holloway grabs it on the wing. Spin move down low with the left hand. It's rejected by Ziegler.
Yeah, the smart play. You know, Holloway had the nice spin move. Just couldn't capitalize on the basket.
Amari Allen out of control underneath the basket, throws it out of play. And there's one of the very few turnovers that Henry Ford has committed today, but a big one to give Macomb the ball back.
Yeah, you got to be happy if you're Coach Chris Shepard for not turning the ball over a ton like Macomb has had so far. That's why they're hanging around here in this ball game.
And you can just see the intensity that comes out of these highly anticipated, high-skilled top 15 matchups in the MCCAA East. It's something to behold.
And you're playing the top teams, and not just in your conference, but in the entire NJCAA Division II.
There's Williams, baseline, kick it out to Nowicki, his 3. A little bit strong and to the left off the front rim. And now in transition is Roberts with the right. No foul call, or is there? Malachi Irving got a piece of ball, but they will blow a whistle.
Yeah, I came a tad late after he swatted that one.
It didn't sound like there was a whistle right off the bat when the contact was made. It was when Wilburn came to the ground and hit the deck. Sorry, Roberts.
We've seen Malachi go up there and make those acrobatic plays.
22-19, your score, Roberts. Too strong on the first free throw. 5.3 points per game for the sophomore out of Katy, as we mentioned. 44% free throw shooter. He's a transfer from Garden City Community College.
Yeah, this team only shoots about 65% from the charity stripe.
Yeah, that is not good for them. Their three-point percentage, 15th in the MCCAA, but their field goal percentage is second at 49%. This is a team that will score efficiently, but so will Macomb. They're ranked 3rd, the exact same field goal percentage. Sorry, tied for second, basically, yeah. As Jenkins is going to travel.
I think maybe when he was grabbing the ball, he maybe took a step. Those are just kind of those plays where you're not really doing, you're just standing there and you maybe just don't realize that you move your feet a little and the official's going to blow it.
Brian Everhart, Macomb's own, has checked in for Henry Ford. Went to Cardinal Mooney. Also so has Zeke Price, the sophomore out of Pontiac. Roberts handling the ball. They drop it down inside. Wilburn can't get it to go, and the rebound comes out to Jenkins. 6.5 to play. Karan, his three, short. And a rebound for Everhart. He gets it up quickly. Wilburn in transition with the right. That's good, and we're tied once again.
Yeah, just run and go.
There goes Macomb again. They're going to throw it up to Nowicki on the block. He's working on Allen. Coach Burns wants a foul call. They're not going to get it. Giddy's three from the corner. Got it. All net for number 4. A big shot to go up by 3.
And that's a huge one for Giddy. Want to be able to get him hot.
Davion, 32% from downtown on the year. This is his 7th game of the season. Wilburn tries to make a move on Giddy. Moment was too big, and he bumped it out of bounds.
Yeah, when you try to do too much to get a little fancy, you lose control. And that's what happened right there. You got to be able to just, take it one play at a time, 1 second at a time. Yeah, Wilburn just, we'll just shake that off. He says, no, I know what I did.
7 fouls apiece for both teams. Nowicki will grab it on the short corner. There's a screen from Jenkins. A nice bounce from Nowicki, but a better sell job. Elijah Roberts gets called with the charge. Well done.
Yeah, when you use that elbow, you go aggressively with it, you'll get called, and that was a good sell. As Nowicki took the arm on Roberts.
Jenkins will check up on Roberts. Now it's Allen on the wing. Allen averaging 15.5 per game, 60% field goal shooter. All these guys very efficient, and the first three-pointer of the night for Henry Ford is claimed to Eli Roberts.
Just working at it for him. He's only averaging about 6 points per game.
Henry Ford is now 1 of 12 from downtown. Macomb not much better at 3 of 13. Karan, get it to the corner. Giddy, he'll rise up and take another 3-ball. Give him 3 more. DG for 3.
They got him in that corner, his sweet spot. Able to make the Hawks pay.
He's in there defensively. No foul call, but finishing at the rim is Wilburn. He continues to go hard to the paint and get the bucket to go.
He also hit the deck as well.
28-27, Giddy. Back to the top in Jenkins. Josh Hines waiting to check in. There goes Karan with the right hand. Little kiss, and good. Back to a 3-point lead. This game's been back and forth all day, Alex. 4:20 to play in the first half.
Absolutely it has. He's able to create some separation for Karan over Everhart. Just take it to the hoop.
Allen at the top, guarded by Malachi Irving. Allen all the way, easy to the rim. Can't get the lefty layup. It's Nowicki in transition, getting it up to Jenkins. He tries to step through, and a blocking foul.
Yeah, they're going to get that on Everhart. Wasn't set that time, getting back.
We got to see Everhart and Malachi Irving go at it. That was probably 4 or 5 months ago, you and I. We were here in this gym, actually in the auxiliary gym across. They were in that senior showcase. We knew that Everhart was committed to Henry Ford and Irving was to Macomb, and that was an awaited matchup we saw coming.
Yeah, that's great to see. Especially a lot of the guys here in Macomb County coming back here. Everhart coming from a strong program up at Cardinal Mooney up in Marine City. A couple of older brothers that also were really spectacular in basketball as well.
Jenkins will split it. 31-27 advantage for MCC with just over 4 to play. Demarion Fishburne back in the game along with Hines. Marlon Williams, Giddy, and Nowicki with him as well. Omar Ziegler's checked back in also for Henry Ford. A little bit of emotion offense here for the Hawks. Good D from Giddy, way above the perimeter. They'll sling a pass to Everhart, far corner, 5 to shoot. Ziegler, another deep three. Way too strong, and Marlin comes out with the board. The advance pass, kick out. Giddy, does he have another in the bag? Just strong. It's run and gun for both sides right now, Alex. Both teams grabbing it and going, but Henry Ford, they're settling down in their half court just a little bit more as a foul will be called. Look to be on Marlon Williams, it will.
Yeah, and that's 3 on him. It'll be a 1-on-1 situation. Both teams just want to go for it and just take it to the cup. Now, oftentimes you see when you try to go too fast, you make mistakes. And in a game like this, 2-possession game late in the first half, want to be able to slow it down. And Marlon Williams is staying in the game with 3 fouls, and we got a little over 3 minutes before halftime. It looks like he will be coming out.
Yeah, Malachi's probably going to get him here. They will. Ziegler knocked down the first free throw. 3-point game now. Macomb clinging to a very small lead, and the reason being is they've hit more 3-pointers. 3 is more than 2, and 4 of 15 from downtown from Macomb compared to just 1 of 13 for Henry Ford. It's now a 2-point lead as Ziegler knocked down both free throws.
Yeah, this is Henry Ford team that shoots about 34% from behind the arc.
Irving's 3 too strong. Holloway with a hand to get the offensive rebound back in possession. And Fishburne almost has it taken away. That was a Johnny Washington, the freshman out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. He actually went to New Haven High School. Not too far from here at all. Three minutes to go here in the first half. Hines on the wing. He's looking to drive with the left hand through contact. No bucket, but he's going to the line for 2. How about Josh Hines, man? I mean, he's knocked down a couple of key triples, but he's also putting the ball on the floor and going to the rim and getting fouled.
Yeah, that's exactly what we saw in that Schoolcraft game where he wasn't doing well from the floor, but he was getting himself to the line.
Hines leads the way with 13. Next highest scorer is Giddy with 6, who's knocked down a couple of threes. Make it 6 of 6 in the line for Josh. Both teams with a very high tempo, obviously, as they both score upwards of 90 points per game. Hines, perfect on both of those. Washington will bring the ball up the floor. He stands about 6'2", kicks it out to Allen, who's trying to work on Hines. Amari will pop it out. Another deep 3 ball. Gerald Doughton misses. Rebound for Allen. And the ball is staying with Henry Ford. Amari Allen, you've seen him a little too often in this first half being involved on those offensive boards and creating turnovers.
Yeah, they have 6 already in this game. You got to be able to limit those here for Macomb. And these 3 balls, they're not going their way for the Hawks. 1 of 15 from downtown. You got to work inside if you're not getting it from deep.
We said it, 15th ranked team in the MCCAA from deep, 33.6%. Hines, he'll kick it to Fishburne. A little bit of space for DeMarion. Rims around, no good, and the ball stays with Macomb. That was Malachi Irving fighting for that rebound.
Yeah, and he's another guy that will go for it on those 50-50 balls on both sides of the glass.
So with 2:06 to play in the first half, Macomb holds a 4-point lead. Nowicki being double-teamed on the block with the right hand. Can't get it to go. His own rebound. Again, a miss.
Yeah, wanted to draw a foul, just couldn't get the call.
In transition, Wilburn's going to get fouled as he was going strong to the rim.
And that's another one on Malachi.
Number 10, Malachi Irving. His second, team 10.
Already double-digit fouls here for Macomb. Not a ton of time left in the half, but it's going to be 2 shots the rest of the way for the Hawks on any foul.
Donald Wilburn on the line.
Leading scorer, Calvin Marshall, hasn't been seen since the first break of the game. Too strong there.
Now in the Monarchs, number 22, Ron Williams.
65% free throw shooting team for Henry Ford. 16th out of 24 teams. And that's across every division of the Michigan Community College Athletic Association. He'll split the pair to cut it to 3. 33-30. Macomb was down early, and they've surged back to hold the lead for most of this half.
Just want to finish this out strong. Try to go up by at least 2 possessions before the break. Christopher Burns not happy on that setup. Still has 10 seconds on the shot clock.
$1:30 to play. Holloway's going to get it on the block. 4 to shoot. He's got to put it up. He looked down to Fishburne. He doesn't have a chance. Great defense from Henry Ford. Holloway spent about 4 or 5 seconds. He had no idea the shot clock was going down.
Yeah, you got to be able to communicate with each other and saying, hey, you got to shoot it up. Take a look at the clock. Oh, I only got 4 seconds. Either got to pass up, I don't have a shot, or just put something up. That's just a tough turnover to take here late in the half.
Fishburne guarding the ball with Ziegler with it. He was stripped, and he's going to keep it as Fishburne got a piece, but nobody else was there from Macomb to scoop it up and take it back the other way.
The coaching staff just thought that was off for the Hawks, but got 13 to work with. Henry Ford looking to tie the game here.
Williams will check out. Into the ball game, Jalen Jenkins. Hand up for Lawan Holloway. He's guarding Gerald Doughton. Fadeaway jumper from Doughton as he is fouled. Another foul here for Macomb in this half. And we're going to get a break in the action. Fans, don't go anywhere. 33-30, 1:01 to play in the first half. We will step aside for a moment. Alex Johnson, Tom Cavanaugh here for the top 15 matchup in Division II of junior college basketball. This is your home for Macomb Community College Athletics.
Thanks to sponsor to our men's basketball program, Oakland Utah, Al's Furniture and Appliances, Ames Pharmacy, and Burns Walkley Ellerson.
Gerald Doughton headed to the line for Henry Ford, down by 3, alongside Alex Johnson. Tom Cavanaugh here. We haven't seen a game like this all year long, Alex. We've seen some great matchups with some talented teams coming in here to play the Monarchs, but nothing of this caliber when it just comes to how monumental this game means, not only in conference play, but just between these two rivals.
Yeah, especially when these games occur, it always comes down to the finish, no matter what. These rivalry games mean a lot more than the non-conference games you play or the other league games you play that you're not really rivals with. But
even that mid-Michigan game, I mean, that was a testy ball game straight through all 40 minutes, but at the same time, it didn't even have the same sort of atmosphere that you get for Henry Ford and Macomb.
Yeah, Henry Ford, not far of a drive coming from Dearborn. You got mid-Michigan up near Mount Pleasant. Yeah. A little bit of a hike, but to get a visiting crowd. But
Jenkins with the mid-range, spins around, can't fall, and the rebound comes out to Amari Allen. He's in transition, drop-down pass. Fumbling the ball was Ajani Washington, and he almost had himself 2. Now he's got to work for it, but still finishes. 34-33, Henry Ford with the lead right back.
Yeah, Washington didn't give up on the play and just able to work for his shot right there. Now it's up for Macomb here. They got a second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Hines looking up at that clock right now. He's being guarded by Washington. Hines with the left hand. Now he spins to the right. Looks for a kick out. He'll take the jumper instead and got it. Got to play defense here with 5 to go. Ziegler, he's going to go to the rim. Instead, he pulls it back. We'll take a 3-ball way too short. All air for Ziegler. I thought 100% he was going to do what he had done all day and go to the rim and try to get 2. But Macomb leads by 1 at halftime, Alex.
Yeah, just incredible game here throughout this first half. No, I thought Ziegler he had a couple more seconds to get a better shot off, but Macomb will take the lead. Just great work all around. shooting 34% from the field, right even near with Henry Ford in terms of shots. Henry Ford with 3 more compared to Macomb. Just something that they really got to clean up a little bit of the turnovers. 10 turnovers committed compared to Henry Ford's 2. They did a little better in that second half of the first half, but that's just going to be a testament here to play clean basketball here in this second half. But the thing that's been keeping around here is Henry Ford not turning the ball over as much, and they could have had the lead if they were able to shoot more on their threes, just 1 of 16 from downtown.
Yeah, that was a huge thing right there. I mean, you lead by 1 point, and you've hit 3 more three-pointers, but you've hit nearly the same amount of shots. So I think Macomb has done a really nice job of finding that dribble drive kick out to the open man, and they've hit their shots. Henry Ford's done the same darn thing. They just have not hit those three-point shots. I mean, you look around some of the guys that have been impact players for this team. Amari Allen's 0 for 5. He's 0 for 2 from downtown. Calvin Marshall, he didn't play since the first 7 minutes. He was 0 for 3 from three-point range. And Omar Ziegler, that last air ball makes him 0 for 3 from downtown. So a lot of guys really just coming up empty on Henry Ford's team. But they still only trail by 1 because of those double-digit turnovers that Macomb committed. Something that's kind of, been an issue, but has never really spiked up into being something that makes them lose games. But it's keeping it close here in this one.
Yeah, no, you expected that. This wasn't going to be a blowout game. It's going to be a tight game from start to finish, and Henry Ford's going to give everything they got to Macomb here on the road, no less. Always tough to win against a ranked team, a top 5 team, no less, in their building. So we're going to see how Macomb does here. If they can stand tall here, leading the way is Josh Hines with 17, he can take charge and really take control of this game and give Macomb a victory here tonight.
Omar Ziegler leads the way for Henry Ford with 8. He's backed up by Wilburn, who's got 7. And then on the Macomb side, you got 17 from Joshua Hines. My goodness. 7 of 7 from the free throw line. He's been incredible there. And also Davion Giddy, he backs him up with 6 of his own and a couple of triples. You got to keep Josh Hines involved. And then also a couple of these other guys. Nowicki had 0 points in that first half, which is very surprising. He didn't have much. Karan Williams just 2 points. Marlin just 2 points. Those guys, I think, are your key pieces that got to get things going, along with Hines and Giddy.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to be able to get those guys involved, get everyone in, to get a few baskets here in this second half, to not just put all the work on Hines and all the pressure on him to carry this team to victory here tonight. Has to be a full team effort here from this point out.
Do not miss the second half of action. We got 20 minutes on the clock in just a little while. When that clock on your screen ticks down to 0, we'll be ready for second half of action between number 14, Henry Ford, and number 4, Macomb Community College, 2 of the top 15 teams in the country in Division II junior college basketball. Alex Johnson, Tom Cavanaugh, we'll be right back here on the Macomb Community College Athletics Network for the second half of action.
I'm trying to get my life together. These glow, pretty God, and these streets is like your border hole. Please don't leave it every day. I'm on the morning call. I'm tired of popping up on top like Pokemon. I'm trying to run my business up at the same time. Watching go. I try to make it up. What the CPO? I did with my 48. You stay up in the motor hole. Even bad, for nobody trying to put my focus on. You try to hear my career, you get me caught on. So many bad stuff in here. It's gonna live up to this hole. Stop on the naughty. Say court that the liquor's on. I'm on all day naughty. Baby, here I'm up alone. Do you love me? If you trust me, say you got my back, but it's that pick got you in me. Can I keep it real for a second, baby? If you judge me, I can't lie, I ain't gonna say what's in them. Stop me. That corrupt me. I'ma get that, even if I get like trust me. So then, don't keep back in the cup, I'm up on Monday. If you're in the eye, and tell him I say he can't Google me. If I take it in my house, stick it in, that will stop me. Look, playing my game, trying to trick my mind frame. You wrong if I won't call me back, I promise you it's a bad thing. In that Hellcat, get the gas, you hear that wine, baby. I'm that credit that don't talk, no, it's water, I sound, baby. I ain't got no hits on you, I guess it in my time, baby. I'm stay down with it, then chill out, go blind, yeah. Talking, don't go with all that cheese, not that crying, yeah. Same, I said the last time, but I ain't done yet. Whatever, I told y'all, my head being mine, yeah. So y'all want away, but I'm still, hey, you know, yeah. I'm turned down the road, but you just know what I ain't done yet. Yeah, I cheat on you, if you would've win it, I love it. If you trust me, say you got my back, but it's that pick got you in me. Can I keep it real for a second, baby? If you judge me, I can't lie, I ain't gonna say what's in them. Stop me, that corrupt me. I'ma get that, even if I get like trust me. So then, don't keep back in the cup, I'm up on Monday. If you're looking at eyes and tell them I'll say he can't Google me. If I take it in my house, stick it in, that will stop me.
Second half of action here inside the Macomb Community College Athletics Center, the Sports and Expo Center in Warren, Michigan. Alongside my good buddy and partner Alex Johnson, I'm Tom Cavanaugh, and we are set for an incredible 20 minutes. I cannot wait for this second half. It was back and forth that entire first 20, 35-34 lead, all thanks to Josh Hines hitting that mid-range jumper at the end of the first half to give them the 1-point lead. But right now, it feels like Henry Ford just kind of wants it a little bit more. You see them forcing those turnovers. The physical and mental toughness has kind of been in their favor a little bit, but Macomb shooting the ball well enough to keep ahead.
Yeah, Henry Ford's been making this a game. You know, they haven't really shot the well from behind the long line, but they're doing it in other areas, forcing 10 turnovers in that first half and just getting a little bit chippy at times. But you know, this is the kind of games that you expect to see, you know, especially Henry Ford and Macomb having a big rivalry over the last few years, and just been incredible to watch. And we'll see what Macomb could do here. They're able to keep their ground. You know, Hines led the way with 17, had that huge jumper to give them the lead heading into the locker room, and want to be able to just play your style of play and try to limit the mistakes down the stretch.
Take a look around the MCCAA East and check some scores on the MCCAA page. First, starting off with SC4, who is on the road at OCC. OCC at halftime, trailing by 6, 38-32 is your score. SC4 coming off that upset loss to Mott that put the Bears into the top 25. That's who we'll talk about next. Mott, they're on the road playing Schoolcraft, and it's the Ocelots with an 8-point lead over the Bears, who just pulled off that upset. What do you like about that game, Alex?
Yeah, that was just going to be a tight game throughout. Mott coming off that huge win on the road out in Port Huron against SC4, who was ranked number 8 or 9, in the top 10, able to get a convincing win, get themselves at number 25. They're coming off against a Schoolcraft team who lost to Macomb by double digits here on Saturday. They're trying to get themselves into that first win in conference play and try to spoil that little success that Mott has had over the last few games. So that was just another interesting game throughout. A lot of great games here in this conference. It's just a gauntlet and a dogfight every single night.
It is, man. It is. Last game we'll talk about here, 2-point lead for Jackson College at home. They're up 37-35 on Wayne County. And, I mean, you're right. All these teams we're kind of talking about here, besides Schoolcraft, have a near date with Macomb. I'm really excited for them to go play Mott on Saturday. That's always a bitter rivalry matchup between head coaches Steve Schmidt, Christopher Burns, and those two squads. And then also SC4, as we've mentioned, they have them on the road, and then they'll come back home in February to play the Skips.
Yeah, that is also be another fantastic rivalry. Just right up 94 up to Port Huron, really close with each other. A lot of the guys from this area either go up to SC4, people near like the northern Macomb County. So it's kind of a little bit of that rivalry between like the northern Macomb County and southern Macomb County. Always great to see.
Calvin Marshall and Shamarion Hardy will start the second half. They only played the first 7 minutes after doing a bunch of jawing and extracurriculars in that first 7. They did not see the floor the rest of the half. Here's a corner 3 for Marshall. Brick off the front. Hines gets the rebound in transition. He's looking for a man. He'll take it himself and get poked out of play by the leading scorer for Henry Ford, Omar Ziegler.
Yeah, I thought maybe Henry Ford was maybe going to shy away just a little bit from the start from downtown, but right off the get-go.
It's Marlon Williams on the wing, far side. Now Jenkins will call out a play on the first full possession and half-court offense for Macomb in this half. Williams at the top of the key, guarded by Hardy. It's now inside to Nowicki, who were scoreless in the first half, and he's blocked. Marshall will advance it quickly.
Yeah, keeping him scoreless if you're Henry Ford is a plus.
Yeah, Fishburne only 2 points, Nowicki 0, and Marlin as well only 2, as there's a traveling call on Ziegler. A lot of the key pieces for this Macomb team, a lot of the game changers, were held very silent in the first 20.
Yeah, and that's why this has been a ball game. Henry Ford checked all the other marks. It's just got to get the offense going.
Jenkins pulls it to that near side, looking for Hines at the top. Could not get through the screen clean. Williams looking for someone now. Great defense by Henry Ford. This team allows an average of 79 points per game. That's 7 better than Macomb. Here's Marlin on a second chance try. It's good.
Just great work. They're crashing the offensive glass, having that advantage 10-6. You want to be able to do that more here. Marlon Williams is one of your guys that will do the dirty work.
Teams are also shooting 39% against this Henry Ford defense. Macomb right now just 34%. Here's Hardy trying to make a move. Now he's got to kick it out to Marshall. His three, knocked down. Galvin Marshall now 8 points on the night.
Well, that can open up the lid here if you're Henry Ford from downtown.
Tied up once again. This game is going to be back and forth. Rocky Apollo Creed. Here's Fishburne towards the lane with the left hand. It's too strong. Nowicki gets the board, and he's going to go to the line. If you're trying to work out of a slump, go to the line, get some free throws, and start working back that way. Just exactly what Nowicki does right there.
Yeah, I got to be able to get him involved. If you're able to get some points out of him, it will go a long way. Looking at his stat line here tonight, Tom, has 5 boards, 1 assist, a couple of turnovers.
Nowicki a little strong on that first. His second try. Cannot find a basket today. 0 for 2 from the line there.
Keeps this game tied. Would have wanted at least one of them to fall.
Allen will control at the top, guarded by Hines. They'll give it off to Hardy. Long, quick guard, trying to make a move on Jenkins, who plays sensational defense. Now it's Marshall. 1 foot fadeaway, air ball, taken away by Hines. He's looking for a man up the floor. It's Fishburne. They're going to set it up. 17.5 to go. Just 2.5 minutes gone by in our second half. Kick to the corner. Jenkins, he's triple teamed. Nowicki will pump the pass. Now kicks it the other way. Hines, mid-range. That's good, rattling home. Number 5 gets 2 more, and he's at 19 for the game.
Yeah, just like making that extra pass and able to get it to Hines for the hoop.
Ziegler goes strong. He's fouled by Jalen Jenkins, his first of the night.
Now in for the Monarchs, number 22, Karan Williams.
Jenkins will check out. Karan Williams enters.
Hines is the only person on either side with double-digit points.
Yeah, the leaders for Henry Ford are Ziegler and Marshall with 8 apiece. Here goes Allen, who's been, I think that was his first bucket right there. Amari Allen had been 0 for, he's now 1 for 6, 2 points.
Yeah, Fishburne wasn't in the right spot as Allen was able to take it into the paint easily.
All squared once again. Hines driving near side, and Hardy almost takes it away.
Yeah, just had to take that one out. Couldn't let a 3-ball get drained in the corner. Or maybe a drive down the baseline to the hoop.
Fishburne will take it out right in front of the crowd there on that near right side. Off the screen is Hines. Josh, so far today, 5 of 8 shooting, 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Here's Nowicki, guarded by Ziegler. Jotham puts something up. It's too strong, and a rebound comes out. Henry Ford the other way. Hardy with the right hand, and Marshall can't finish.
Trying to jam it down there.
Fishburne's 3-ball, no good. Rattles around and pops out. 39 apiece with 16 to go.
Yeah, both sides just wanted some momentum. Marshall missing the dunk, and then the 3-ball missed by Fishburne.
Marshall is fouled, does not complete the and-one basket with Calvin, who was fairly silent in that first half, knocking down a 3-ball, and now he's headed back to the line.
Yeah, Marshall was getting into it with Giddy in that first half early on. 8 points and a couple of boards for the 6'6" forward.
Marshall now 4 of 5 from the line. Leads the team with 9 points. Scoring has been distributed pretty evenly here for Henry Ford. Second free throw no good. 1 point advantage for the Hawks. Williams kicks it out to Nowicki all the way. He's stripped. It'll stay with Macomb, but right now Jotham Nowicki can get nothing easy.
Yeah, it hasn't been his night, unfortunately. 0 of 7 from the field. All 2 from the free throw line. Just been held silent. Oh, you're going to have some of those nights where it doesn't go your way on the lid.
He gets it taken away right there. And a reply turnover for Marlon Williams. Gives it off to Nowicki. Top of the key, kicking it out. And they'll reset one more time. Yeah, Nowicki, 15.5 points per game, 7.5 rebounds. He's shooting at 53% from the field. Just not his night right now. But you know whose night it is?
Josh Hines, baby.
Yes, sir. Number 5 goes deep for 3. One more time, he's got 22.
And Henry Ford turning it over again on that travel. They were just really clean in that first half. Only having 2, and they have 3 already here in the first 4.5 minutes. And a timeout taken by Coach Chris Shepard.
He wants to talk it over. 2-point lead for Macomb. Big shot from Hines to put the Monarchs up by 2. We'll step aside briefly. 15:24 to go in our ball game, and Macomb up by a pair. (42-40) thanks to Josh Hines. Gave his team the lead at halftime by 1 and has now given his team a 2-point lead coming out of a Henry Ford timeout. Alongside Alex Johnson, I'm Tom Cavanaugh, and we have 15.5 minutes of play to decide the winner of our first matchup of the year and the only one here at home between Henry Ford, the number 14 team, and number 4 Macomb.
Yeah, this is something special coming out here on this court here tonight. This has been a hell of a game so far. Still got a long way to go here. Josh Hines has done his job.
And there's Hines again on the drop-down pass from Lawan Holloway. Hines drops it off to Holloway. He cuts and gets that lefty bucket.
Yeah, he just fooled Henry Ford there. No one was really watching him as he was all over the paint. They were looking for either someone to see Giddy or Holloway down there, but that wasn't the case.
Ziegler tried to use his strength again and go to the rim. He was muscled out of the paint, lost the ball, and it stays with Henry Ford. Hardy will take it out underneath the basket. Expecting some sort of off-ball screen here on this inbound play. Gerald Doughton will take it at the top. That is a deep three-pointer, not even close. And Williams can't get the rebound. Extra possession for Henry Ford. Omar Ziegler just hit one from Dearborn. They keep taking all those deep three-pointers, and they finally hit one. They're now 3 of 20 from downtown.
Yeah, that's a momentum swinger. You know, not crashing on the boards, letting that one slip by you, and then getting buried from deep. Oh, that's a 5-6 point swing right there.
That's a free 3 points as Hines, he's contested on that mid-range jumper. Nowhere close to making that one as it was much too short. And now Hardy's 3 is short. Pops over the backboard and out of play. But right now, Alex, let's be very honest. It's a 1-point lead for Macomb. And Henry Ford's having one of their worst shooting performances of the season right now. 34% from the field and just 14% from downtown.
Yeah, this has not been their night, and something Chris Shepard not plan of, no. Well, you got to be ready if you have a cold night offensively. how you're going to win this game, crashing the boards, forcing steals.
And that's the concerning thing about Macomb is they still are only clinging to a 1-point lead, and Henry Ford is playing this terribly shooting the basketball. Now, these are a lot of talented guys on the Hawks. They just aren't having a good night, as you mentioned. But Macomb needs to capitalize on it. Hines misses the three, and Ziegler pulls down the rebound for Blue. Malachi Irving to check in just a moment. Marshall, he'll shoot a corner three. Again short. Marlin can't get the rebound. It's out of play and stays with Henry Ford. That's another possession right there where Marlon Williams has struggled to pick up that rebound.
Yeah, you can't, you got to be able to hold on and get a firm on it with the basketball, especially on a play like that where no one's around you to pick up the rebound. And it's just an extra possession.
That's what I was about to say, yeah. Translated to 2 extra possessions. One was a deep three from Ziegler, and this is yet to be seen. Marshall make it a 5-point translation to those 2 missed off defensive rebounds. It's now a 1-point lead for Henry Ford.
Yeah, those can drive the coach crazy when you make plays like that cost your team points, extra possessions.
13.5 to play. Here's Hines with the left hand. He kicks it out. Holloway gives it across to Irving, and Malachi telegraphs a pass that's tipped out of play.
Henry Ford just getting a little bit of some life now, having the lead back.
And that was the scary thing. You saw they were really struggling to shoot the basketball, and yet they were still down 1 point. Water's going to find its level when you have a team that plays this well offensively, scoring 97 points a game. Karan Williams misses the 3 ball. And now it's back with Henry Ford in transition.
Yeah, they're less than half of that, and we're 27 minutes in.
What a basket for Shamarion Hardy. 3-point advantage. Henry Ford has come all the way back. They weren't down by much, but they've surged ahead. Giddy looking for another triple. He's got it. 47 apiece. Giddy knocks down his 3rd triple.
Yeah, you like to see him heat up, and he's had a couple of key plays in that first half where Henry Ford was really taking it.
Blocked by Holloway as Ziegler went to the rim. Picked up by Irving, and he's fouled. We got a foul on Holloway. A technical it is. I didn't see where it came from.
I thought it was just a hold, just reach and foul to stop the fast break.
Yeah, no, I saw the rejection on the Ziegler jumper, but nothing after that.
Calvin Marshall shooting the technical.
Just Christopher Burns very confused about that call of what was said, and we already had the technical foul on Calvin Marshall earlier for pushing Davion Giddy, but
yeah, it was just got word there was actually some taunting from Holloway that led to the technical. So after the rejection by Holloway, he had some words, just like Marshall did early in the game to DG. So that gives 1 point back to Henry Ford. Both sides now with a technical foul, letting the emotions get the best of their play.
Yeah, you got to be able to let that die down, especially now you're in these crucial moments of this game where it's just going to be the pressure's on you.
Irving pump fakes the 3-pointer in the corner. It's now Giddy at the top. Jenkins tries to split the double team, and he travels. Jenkins was looking to the corner for Karan Williams, but he took too many steps.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that just really demoralizes a possession. You were doing so well, and then make a play like that.
12 turnovers for Macomb compared to just 5 for Henry Ford. 1 point lead for the Hawks. It's Hardy with the basketball at the top. Ziegler gonna step it back. Now try to go back to the rim, nope. Hardy's 3 from the top is good. 4-point lead. Henry Ford has surged ahead as their shooting has started to level out a little bit.
Yeah, improving to about 37% from the field, taking 4 more shots than Macomb here in this game. And the 3-point shooting has gone up a tad at 17.5%.
After going 2 for 18 from deep, they're now 2 of their last 5. Irving dribbles down to the middle, looking to get inside for the bucket. Irving's fouled, but no basket.
Henry Ford foul number 13. Zeke Price, his first.
So Price will pick it up. That's his first. 3 team fouls for Henry Ford as Irving will go to the line. And
Malachi Irving on the line.
got to be able to capitalize on these.
Have to. Macomb shooting 69% from the free throw line tonight. 9 of 13, make it 9 of 14. And every single point in a game like this, that means everything. Jenkins will check out. Nowicki comes in, still looking for his first basket of the game.
Yeah, you can't leave points on the table. No, you're almost in the final stretch of this game, and it's going to come down to those margins of where you left points, where you gave them away.
Irving can't hit either one, but there he is, Karan Williams. Nobody was boxing out. Too busy talking for Henry Ford. It's Calvin Marshall again barking at the bench, and Karan picks up the 2.
And you can't be happy if you're Coach Chris Shepard for just collapsing there, not crashing on the miss and the free throw, and letting Karan get that deuce easily.
Yeah, those are inexcusable right there. Ziegler to the rim. He misses with the left hand, a little too strong. Nowicki in transition. Pushing hard, he's got a guy behind him. Giddy, 3-point range, knock it down! DG for 3, one more time. 52-51 lead for Macomb. He's got 4 triples.
And it has been his night from long range, and Henry Ford has not had an answer for him.
Hardy trying to work on Nowicki. Nearly stripped. Now it is. Nowicki got to give it up. Spin move. Irving with the right hand, and he's fouled. Great possession there from Macomb, coming up big as Hardy's trying to shake and bake at the top of the key.
Just coming through here defensively, taking it and going all the way with it and getting hacked. Now Irving again, 2 more free throws. Came up empty-handed. Want to be able to make this a 3-point game.
Irving knocks down that free throw. Freshman out of Warren, Michigan. Playing in his backyard as he was a state champion last year at Warren Fitzgerald High School. 2-point lead for Macomb with just over 10 to play. Amari Allen in transition. They're going to slow it down for Hardy. It's Ziegler along with Marshall, Hardy. You got Wilburn and Allen. Shamari onto the rim. Kick it out to Calvin Marshall. He'll go baseline. Great defense from Giddy, and the basket doesn't go. Rebound from Marshall himself, and he's fouled.
Yeah, he was just trying to dance his way in the paint, trying to draw a foul, and he finally did after a few hacks, and that's 3 fouls now on Giddy.
Davion tonight, 4 of 6 from the field, 4 of 6 from downtown for 12 points. As Marshall connects on the first free throw, he's been great from the line today.
Yeah, 6 of 9, 13 points and 3 boards.
He is 1 of 6 from downtown. That's where he has struggled, but does lead the team. Tie ball game once again. What do you know, Alex?
Yeah, this is what I expected. Highly contested game.
Giddy, they're all over him. They do not want him shooting again.
Yeah, forcing him to go inside.
Irving, a mid-range, a little bit short. Hines is going to come get him. Hardy the rim, the miss. Ziegler nearly gets the offensive board, and they call a foul on Macomb. And head coach Christopher Burns of MCC wants a break. They're going to call a timeout as Marlon, I think that's on Marlon Williams. It'll be his 4th. And he likely will not be back until the 6 or 5 minute mark.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge loss at the moment. In a tie ball game, having his aggressiveness right now, even though he only has 4 points, but his defensive presence is going to be missed. 11 rebounds, 2 blocks, and a steal.
Yeah. A lot of these guys, even though they're not going off offensively, they're still impacting the game in a big way. Especially those 11 rebounds, as you had mentioned. But right now, breaking down scoring for Macomb, you got 24 for Josh Hines. Incredible day so far for him. He's already passed, he's near his points per game average. Davion Giddy, he has already surpassed his points per game at 9. He's at 12. And then other than that, I mean, the next closest scorer is two guys. It's Marlon Williams and Karan Williams, and they have 4 apiece. So it's been Giddy and Hines, and everybody else has kind of just filled in the gaps.
Yeah, it really has been that kind of a game. You know, in games past, we've seen players come along, getting 7, 8, 10 points plus. But when you're playing a team like Henry Ford, a top 15 team in the country, it's going to be a tall task to replicate that success. So you got to work in other ways. But Hines been able to be strong from the field at 7 of 12, but everyone else has to do their job, especially now with Williams off the floor with 4 fouls late in the ball game.
And this is an experienced Macomb team when it comes to playing top talent. This is not their first rodeo playing a ranked team. They already took down KVCC this year. They played Mid-Michigan, who was a strong game as well. They took down South Suburban College. So they've played some top 25 teams and succeeded in the process as Ziegler gets the first one off a little clank on the iron.
Yeah, he's had some contested shots and is shooting just 4 of 10. But he's been able to do his work, getting 12 points.
Back to a lead with Henry Ford. And the shot goes down. Knocking down both is Omar Ziegler, 55-53. Jenkins will control traffic at the top. He's got Giddy, Hines, Fishburne, and Nowicki on the floor. Macomb 36% from the field, 18 of 49. Way below their average of just under 50. There's Jenkins in the middle, looking to pass it down to Nowicki. And Jenkins likely should have gone strong to the rim. Instead, he tried to drop it off to the big man, and it's another turnover.
Yeah, he just had that one a little bit too high off the hand of Nowicki, couldn't grab it.
13 turnovers now for Macomb. There's Ziegler to the cup. He is pushed off the paint and fouled again. And we've seen Ziegler do this a lot already today. He's got the ball top of the key, puts his head down, goes to the rim, and either finishes or gets a foul call.
Yeah, that's what he does, using at his size at 6'4", as a sophomore guard to maneuver his way through and get a push off of Nowicki and get a foul call.
He's every bit of 215, 220 pounds as well, so he is not an easy guy to get in front of. Ziegler at the line again. He just knocked down the last 2. Makes another. Macomb's just one more foul away from allowing Henry Ford to hit the bonus. Ziegler connects on his last 4 from the line. He'll check out Calvin Marshall into the ballgame.
Calvin Marshall.
Still some time left here for the Monarchs. 2-possession game.
Jenkins picks up his dribble, gives it to Hines. 24 points for the man with the ball. Averaging 28 per game. Now it's Fishburne off the dribble. Spin move inside with the left hand. Can't get it to go, but a foul is called. That was a great move from Demarion.
Able to get his space in, forcing a blocking foul on Roberts, who doesn't agree with the call.
Demarion Fishburne on the line, shooting 2.
Fishburne. Trillium Academy out of Detroit, Michigan. Misses on that second free throw. Back into the game with the basketball. Eli Roberts gives it up. Supporting cast members now into the ball game for Henry Ford as they have Ziegler and Hardy on the bench. Step back 3 for Marshall, rattles around and falls out. Jenkins on the wing. He's open, knocks it down. JJ for 3, and it's tied up at 57.
That's a huge basket in his first triple of the ball game. Good awareness by Hines to dish it off to him.
Jenkins was a guy shooting 43% from 3-point range coming into the game. He's not missing that one right there wide open. Doughton on the floor. They're going to call a foul on Jenkins. They will. Instead of, it was actually Jenkins calling for the foul to be given to him instead of Nowicki, considering the circumstance. Right now, Nowicki's got 2 on him. That was Jenkins' second. Definitely don't want to give Jotham 3 fouls with this much time remaining in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though Nowicki hasn't been on the scoreboard, he's able to work well in other ways with 7 boards.
Him and Fishburne demand the paint. Both guys close to 8 rebounds a game. Dotton, his free throw, no good. Calvin Marshall with the rebound. Can he keep it in bounds? No, he cannot. Macomb basketball. That was a funky play right there as Marshall tried to corral the rebound with one hand and stave off the defender with the other.
Yeah, you just want to be able to just grab it with both hands to get the for sure rebound, to try to do something fancy and just give the ball away.
Under 8 to play. Jenkins guarded by Hardy, who just came back in. Ziegler as well. It's the top 5 on the floor right now for both sides. Fishburne on the wing. Looking for that curler at the top. It's Jenkins. Inside pass to Irving. He's double teamed. And he'll be whistled for a foul as Hardy and Ziegler and a little bit of Calvin Marshall got in there on him. They're clogging up the paint whenever Macomb puts it down there.
Yeah, they're just not methodical down there, and Macomb is being forced to shoot outside.
Had to figure out how many shots Malachi Irving is taking. Too strong on the first free throw. 7.5 to go. We're all square at 57 apiece. Right now, Henry Ford in the bonus. Macomb needs 1 more foul to get there.
You got to be able to capitalize on the free throws. It's been a struggle here in this second half.
They were very, very good against Schoolcraft at shooting from the line. Not so much today.
Yeah, 3 of 10 in this second half.
Amari Allen with the ball. Looking for Marshall to come set him a screen. Macomb will not switch on this screen as well. They'll stay with their man. Roberts going to the rim. With the right hand, it's good. Back to a Henry Ford lead. How about the lead changes in this second half specifically?
Yeah, it has been going back and forth with it. 6 apiece on both sides, and that was just a great take to the cup by Roberts, being patient with it and just able to do it.
Irving's going to be fouled, and Macomb's going to the line for a 1-and-1. That's going to be called on number 10, Donald Wilburn. Got a little handsy there on Irving, who was trying to slice and dice at the top.
Yeah, just can't be too aggressive for trying to do it.
A little overbearing there on the hands, yeah. It's the second time Irving will go to the line in the last couple of minutes. Malachi 2 for 6 from the charity stripe in this game. He knocks down the first. That is huge. Got to have the front end of a 1-and-1 in these type of situations.
Yeah, you can't leave that one empty.
You saw Josh Hines give him a big high five right there before shot number 2. Just under 7 to play. Irving connects on both. Big shots right there for number 10.
Especially down the stretch, every point's going to matter.
Coach Burns calling out defensive scheme right here for his guys. Wilburn looking to set a screen on Jenkins. It's going to be a switch. Wilburn to the rim. The up and under. And 1. Oh, my goodness. Donald Wilburn goes strong on the left side, up and under with a little English. Kisses it in.
Just phenomenal work. And getting fouled as well and making the hoop.
6.5 to go. That's Irving's 3rd foul. They're going to keep him in. Too strong. Rebound coming out to Macomb. Huge defensive board right there. Could not afford another extra possession for Henry Ford. Malachi Irving in the paint. Kicks it back.
Yeah, just slow it down. Get your offense set.
Irving at the top. He's going to give it to Fishburne and a 2-hand push from Calvin Marshall knocks over Josh Hines, and that's a huge foul. Not only is it sending Josh Hines, your best free throw shooter, to the line, but that's the 4th foul on Calvin Marshall, the best player on this Henry Ford team.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's going to come off the floor. And Chris Shepard's going to be wise with him. Leave him out for maybe at least 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, I'd say so. You come back around the 4:30 mark, maybe 4 minutes. Hines on the front end. Got it. Tied up at 61 apiece.
25 in the game for him.
Macomb is 15 of 24 from the free throw line today. Henry Ford 17 of 24. Hines knocks them both down. And it's back to a 1-point lead for Macomb. What a thrilling ball game on hand for us tonight. If you're in the building or at home watching, you're in for a good finish. Giddy guarding up on Ziegler. Now Omar to the rim. And a foul is called. Is that on Giddy or Malachi? It's going to be on DG. That's his 4th foul.
Yeah, I thought he was in the right spot. To play great defense to swat that one away.
So it's Marlon Williams and Giddy with 4 apiece. Holloway's got 3. Irving's got 3. And then Nowicki and Jenkins with 2. More free throws coming. This will be the 50th free throw between both teams, Alex.
Yeah, just insane right now.
And we're tied up once again. On the floor for Macomb, it's the same guys. Jenkins, Fishburne, Irving, Hines, and Giddy. Jenkins at the top gives it off to Irving. He swipes through. Strong to the rim, up and under. Another whistle. This is on Amari Allen, and once again Irving to the free throw line.
He's going to get 2 free throws out of this. He's been taking a lot of takes to the basket.
Both teams.
He has been. I was saying both teams have been really strong, but Malachi a lot more.
And when he gets the ball, he just goes downhill, just like Omar Ziegler. Irving misses on that last one after making his last 2. To tie it up. No good. And Roberts gets the rebound.
Just not a time to just miss 2 free throws there.
They're going to give it back to Ziegler. They will. Is he going to try to go to the rim again? He will not. It's Hardy with the basketball on the near side. He's going to try to drive. Now stops and pops. His mid-range no good. Irving with the board. Got to stay controlled in transition. He'll find Josh Hines. Hines, he'll shoot a mid-range. That's good. Hines has 28, and it's a 1-point lead for Macomb once again.
Just got it there with the runner. Get it up there. It's been impressive so far. We said that all night. 28 in the game for him.
Fishburne's got 1 foul. He's guarding Ziegler, who goes to the rim again. Tries to kick it out. Out of play. Macomb basketball. Great defense from Demarion with under 5 to go. Macomb's getting the ball back.
Yeah, he forced Ziegler to send it back out to Roberts on an errant pass backwards, and got to take advantage of this.
When have we seen Ziegler kick it out today? Every time he'd been going to the rim, so that's different defense from Demarion that changed up what Fishburne was thinking. Or Ziegler was thinking, I'm sorry. Giddy misses the 3 ball. And now it's Hardy all the way. The kick out of play. Tried to find Wilburn, but he was cutting as he was kicking it out.
Yeah, just been sloppy the last few plays.
And just 2 guys, wires crossed that time. Hardy thought he was staying in the corner for a triple. Wilburn wanted to cut baseline. Karan Williams will check in a moment. Here's Jenkins with the basketball to the rim with the right hand. No call, no basket. Ziegler moves it up to Hardy. He drops it off. Roberts underneath the rim. It's going to find Ziegler. Wide open for 3, no good. Wilburn gets the rebound, and he's fouled. Offensive board for Henry Ford comes back to bite the Monarchs.
Foul number 5.
Yeah.
Josh Hines, his first.
Christopher Burns not happy, and the Macomb bench that Jenkins should have been fouled.
100%. He took a lot of
Yeah,
contact.
he did. I agree.
Wilburn on the line, shooting
But
two.
it's on the offensive rebound here on this side for Henry Ford to be able to go to the line and have a chance. Wilburn knocks down the first. We're tied at 64.
Number 22, Karan Williams.
Irving will check out. In goes Karan. (65-64) and a timeout for Henry Ford. It's only going to be 30 seconds. But it's been a few plays here and there, Alex. I mean, Macomb's doing a really nice job of keeping pace. They're going strong to the rim. But it's Henry Ford picking up an extra possession, an extra offensive rebound. And they've capitalized to be able to stay in this game and be up by 1.
And those little things can go a long way, especially when you get second, third chances at the cup. And that's the difference between a few points here in this ball game. And it could change. That could have changed the momentum on both sides. If Macomb was able to crash on the boards and not give up on the play and give Henry Ford another chance, they wouldn't have the lead here right now. But got to be able to move on from this. Still got 4 minutes left, only down 1. But you just got to be smart here the rest of the way. You do have the lead here on the rebounds by 3, but you just can't allow Henry Ford to get more chances at the rim.
And they're going to continue to do it. They know their shot from deep has not been there today. Maybe Shamarion Hardy will keep shooting it from deep, but the rest of these guys are going to the rim. Amari Allen, Omar Ziegler for sure. Wilburn definitely going to the rim. Roberts, he's very, very strong and quick to go. So it's going to be on Macomb not fouling when these guys go to the cup. And there's a foul right there as Hines did exactly what I was saying, but on the Macomb side.
Henry Ford foul number 5, E.J. Roberts, his second.
So 2 free throws for Hines.
He's the guy you want at the line, especially in a one-point game with just under 4.
Shooting 2.
Josh now 10 of 10 from the free throw line for 29 points. He's hit 30 a couple times this year.
Got Kelvin Marshall back in the ball game.
We said about 4 minutes, 4:30 is when he would be back with 4 fouls, and Marlin will get back in now for Giddy. Giddy with 4 fouls checking out. Williams with 4 fouls checking in. Hines got both. 30 points now for Josh Hines to lead the way for all scorers. Hardy with the basketball. They're going to look to set a screen. It's now Marshall, top of the key, wide open. Short, rebound, Williams, got to get it out. Finds Hines, and he's fouled. Shamarion Hardy called for it.
Yeah, just ran into him. That was just an elevated pass. Very dangerous.
That is his 5th foul. Shamarion Hardy is done for the day. 66-65, and Hines to the rim. Or to the free throw line, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Hardy will finish the game with 9 points, 2 rebounds, assist, a couple of turnovers, and a steal here tonight as Hines makes the first free throw. And he was a guy that was averaging points per game as he'll be off the floor. He's averaging 6 points.
3-point lead now for Macomb. Here's Amari Allen at the top. Trying to find open Marshall, but good defense from Marlon Williams, who's playing with 4 fouls. It's Ziegler at the top, guarded by Fishburne. They're going to kick it out. Wilburn to the rim, splits 2 defenders. Right hand, no good. Offensive board from Allen, and he'll finish. 68-67. It's the offensive boards that are biting Macomb right now and allowing Henry Ford to stay in the game.
Yeah, those are just backbreakers when you make a stop like that, but then you give them another 20 seconds to work with and they convert. Just can't do that.
Williams at the top, nearly gives it up. Now it's Karan on the baseline with the right hand. Jenkins tries to tip it in. No good. Williams with the rebound. Nobody can corral it, and it's finally with Henry Ford with 2:47 to go. Irving will hit the scores table to check in.
Yeah, Williams was just taking it to the basket. He was trying to get a hack on it, was not going to get a call. There's so many, 3 chances there.
Yes, several chances. Nobody could find one there. This is a big possession right here, 2.5 to play. Williams guarding the ball. It's Allen to the rim. Can't get it to go. No rebound. Is it going down? Yes, it is. Ball's out of play on 2 in blue. Once again, Macomb having such a tough time being able to pick up a strong defensive rebound. So many times we've seen the ball tipped around, and it's anybody's basketball.
Yeah, you got to be able to not hold it firm. As we've got a full timeout on the floor here. 2:21 left.
We'll step aside. 68-67. Macomb has the lead. This is your home for Macomb Community College Athletics. Alongside Alex Johnson, Tom Cavanaugh here from the Macomb Community College Athletics Network here on the campus of MCC in Warren, Michigan. What a barn burner we've had, man. 68-67 lead for Macomb. We've had probably, 10 lead changes in this second half alone? It's been incredible. Both sides, punch for punch, back and forth. And it's been anywhere from a 1 to a 3-point game all second half, pretty much all game. And it all comes down to these final last 2 minutes.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be neck and neck, from the start. And so going as advertised here, very well played here on both sides.
Amari Allen gets the rebound out, but stepped on the baseline. Josh Hines went to the rim, could not get the basket. And Henry Ford, who picked up the board, turns it over immediately.
Yeah, those mistakes could cost you the ball game.
Out of bounds play here for Hines. Got to throw it up. He's got it to Irving. On the floor with Karan, Marlin, Hines, and Jenkins.
Yeah, no need to rush here. You got 10 seconds on the shot clock. Take it down as much as you can.
Hines double team. Somebody's open. It's Irving. Dribble penetrate. Tries to drop it down to Williams. It's out of play and over to Henry Ford.
And you took 19 seconds off of that clock. You would have wanted to get at least a shot off. But now it puts your pressure on your defense to come through here.
$1:35. It's Marshall with the ball. He's got 4 fouls. Shamarion Hardy's already fouled out. It's Allen trying to spin inside. They got to kick it back. Henry Ford's been so successful in transition. They have struggled in half-court offense. $1:20 to play. Ziegler, head down to the rim. He's blocked. Gets it off. No good. Rebound. Irving. And a timeout for Macomb. Huge call as Malachi grabbed the board.
Yeah, absolutely needed that one. Want to be able to have full possession of the ball. And Coach Burns able to get the timeout. Minute 14 left, still up 1.
There was a key block on Marshall. I know he got the shot off clean. And it looked like there was a little bit of contact on him, not for a foul, but just on the basketball, that led to him overshooting on that layup.
So Getty come into the scores table, so they'll come back in.
Yeah, with 4 fouls at this point, you got to bring Getty back. So it'll be Demarion Fishburne, Josh Hines, Karan Williams, Jalen Jenkins, and Davion Getty.
Want to be able to take as much time off the clock, get a good shot. Don't have to take the three, but we'll get you up 2 possessions. Just get a good look.
I think you play it under a minute. You take at least 14 seconds off this clock here. And you're right, draw something up or just play your game, one of the two, because I don't see Coach Burns drawing anything up at the moment. I think he's going to kind of let his guys just run and gun right here. But when they get into half-court offense and you see some good off-ball movement, a couple of screens, a back pick, maybe a baseline cut, this team can get a bucket when they need it most.
See, Henry Ford's going to be in the back. They're not going to put full court pressure on.
Jenkins will control tempo. He's got Hines on the wing, Marlon Williams looking to set the screen. Now it's Fishburne with the basketball. They'll get it down low to Williams. Kick out, Jenkins wide open for 3. He got it! JJ for 3, makes it a 4-point game. Amari Allen trying to drive in. They're going to kick it out. Ziegler from another area code. No good. Rebound Williams. 50 seconds to play in this one. They turn it over.
E.J. Roberts.
And E.J. Roberts finishes. It's a 2-point game. Mental breakdown at the last second there. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, that is just demoralizing. That is huge. One costly mistake. And Macomb would have just almost for sure would have had a victory if they were off the shot, a better chance rather, but still 1 possession game, 44.7 to go. But great awareness by Roberts to get that steal and get it to go, not giving up on the play. And those are the difference from where this game will lie at the end of the night. I don't see Henry Ford fouling right now. They don't need to.
Now they got about 14 seconds of time if they were to run this all the way down, but you run the risk. I mean, if you're Macomb, obviously you want to get a bucket here to make it a 2-possession game, but they want to take as much time down as possible. But also, if they do that and come up empty, you got to run the risk of Henry Ford holding it for a last shot or trying to score and foul.
Those are the kind of risks you got to play.
How about Jalen Jenkins, man? When he needs to, at the biggest time, he hit one at the beginning of this second half in a big spot to tie the game, and he hit one to give him a 4-point lead. Jenkins currently 9 points, 2 of 2 from downtown. It's going to be Macomb to take it out, and Henry Ford will full court press. Fishburne with the basketball out of play. It's DG. They get it back to Fishburne. They got 10 seconds to get it across. Fishburne's got to find someone. He's got Marlon Williams. 35 seconds to play, 20 on the shot clock.
Henry Ford's going to let this go all the way down.
Jenkins with the basketball. It's now Williams in the corner. Hines was thinking about flashing. He won't. Now Jenkins, dribble drive. DG gets it to Hines. Josh Hines, 3, no good. Rebound comes out to Marshall, no! It was taken away by Williams, but it's out of bounds on number 12.
That's just, thought he had that one down. Henry Ford. Doesn't look like they're going to take a timeout. They have 2 left with 11 seconds.
That's surprising. In this situation, you're right. They got 2 left. 10 seconds to play. Macomb leads by 2. Amari Allen with the basketball. They're going to try to look for Ziegler. Allen to the rim with the left hand, no good. Scramble for the ball, and it's the wiki. Macomb wins. 71-69. A defensive stop at the end of the game, plus Jalen Jenkins knocking down a triple. Huge win for MCC.
Absolutely it was. What a hard-fought game, all the way down to the end. Henry Ford, just going up for a shot. I'm surprised that Coach Chris Shepard didn't take a timeout, even if he crossed half court, with like 7 seconds to draw something up. It was just a hardly contested shot right at the basket. Just couldn't get it to go. That missed by Amari Allen.
I couldn't agree with you more. I could not agree with you more, Alex. The fact that they did not even look to draw something up with 11 seconds to go mind boggles me. Give Omar Ziegler a look at the rim. You had a guy in Amari, no knock on Amari Allen. We saw talent all day from him. He had 4 points. Amari was 2 of 9 from the field. He's still a great player, but in a situation like this, it's not the guy that you want going down and taking that shot right there. You want Ziegler, you want Marshall, who was also not great tonight, 3 of 14, but you needed some other guys to be able to come down and make a big shot for you, and they just did not draw it up. I found that very surprising.
Yeah, me too. Usually in that situation, you want your guy that has been the key player all along to come up through. You said right, Marshall or Ziegler in that spot. Allen, only 4 points, but did have 15 rebounds on the game. But I just was surprised that they could have drawn something up, and it just, when they had a few seconds left, but couldn't get another one off as the clock expired, and Macomb going to survive and come away here with a huge victory against another ranked team.
A couple players I want to hit on real fast, one of them being Jalen Jenkins. When you needed it the most, you're leading by 1 point. It's a testy shot at the top of the key to take a three-pointer, because if you miss, all Henry Ford needs is a 2 to take the lead. He knocks it down from the top. He was 2 of 2 from downtown. He was sensational on both ends. Got to give credit to Jalen for that big shot in his play all night.
Yeah, it's a clutch shot, and he's able to do that in the heart of the moment and all open at the top of the key, and there was no defense on him. Henry Ford just kind of collapsed there up at the three-point line and made Jenkins, and Jenkins made them pay, and that they were able to get those 2 points back on the miscue on the rebound by Macomb, and they turned it over, but just couldn't get anything else out of it. And Henry Ford, they played a hard-fought game coming in here to Warren tonight, gave Macomb everything they got, fell just short, but Macomb able to prevail and move on to what's going to be the crucial part of their season. 3 games against ranked teams coming up.
I'm going to give a lot of credit to Davion Getty as well. He was 4 for 7 from the field, all those shots from behind the three-point line, and he knocked down 4 pivotal three-pointers. And how about our player of the game, Josh Hines, 8 of 15 from the field, 13 of 13 from the free throw line. He finishes with 32 points, nearing his season high. Josh was the main star tonight, and Macomb doesn't win this ball game if he doesn't put up 32 of the 71 points.
Yeah, he's been their go-to guy all season long, the leading scorer, averaging over 23 points a game, and he rang the bell tonight, leading his team to victory with that huge scoring performance, and he did his job. And everyone else involved did things on both sides of the ball as well, and when you're able to do that, you come away with a victory against these top teams. And these games are not going to go away easily. And these are hard-fought games that we're going to see more of down the stretch when we see Mott and OCC and SC4 come into town. Just incredible job all around. And this is just the start of this gauntlet schedule that Macomb is going to face, and it's going to get even tougher from this point on.
You said it. The gauntlet continues this Saturday on the road in Flint. Number 25, Mott Community College, going to be hosting those Macomb Monarchs. And then next Wednesday, we will be not here. It is still on the road in Port Huron. They'll be taking on the number 18 St. Clair County Community College Skippers. And then OCC on January 25th. That is 2 Saturdays from now. That's going to be a big game as well. A team that's receiving votes. They were in the top 25 earlier, but that's just 4 games in a row. Henry Ford, Mott, SC4, and OCC that are tough contests to win. And Macomb now, with that victory tonight, improves to 5-0 on the year against ranked opponents.
Yeah, that's great work by Coach Christopher Burns and his squad, but he knows it's going to be a tall task for them going up to Flint against Mott. They picked up a narrow victory against Schoolcraft in comeback fashion. So it's going to be a testament how this team's going to go here from this point on, facing adversity against the rest of the conference, because everyone's trying to chase after them. They want to be able to hold their ground and not give it up the rest of the way.
That's going to do it for us here from the Macomb Community College Sports and Expo Center. The next time we will be here on the broadcast is January 29th. That's a Wednesday, as Macomb will be taking on Wayne County Community College. Alex Johnson and myself, Tom Cavanaugh, thank you for tonight, and we will see you then. Once again, your final score from tonight's ball game, 71-69. Macomb improves to 15-1 overall, 2-0 in MCCAA East play, and Henry Ford falls to 11-4 and 1-1 in conference. Thanks so much, everybody. We will see you again soon. January 29th against Wayne County. This is your home for Macomb Community College Athletics.